Today is part 2 with C&J Wrestling. Now, our first wrestling podcast with them, it went over quite a bit, so we split it up in 2 episodes. First episode is great. Definitely check it out if you haven't. But if you're just stopping here, just listen to this one, and then listen to the first one. But listen to the first one, seriously, and then listen to this one. Or if you've listened to the first one, listen to this one. But you know what I'm saying?
I can't let us end this episode yet until we talk about the gobbledygooker.
Why?
Because we're talking about fucking bad gimmicks.
Yeah.
So there was a Thanksgiving episode. It was a pay-per-view that happened on or around Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And there was a big egg. And that
The
just
mystery
set-
egg.
It was the
There was a lot of
mystery
build
egg.
up to this.
It
egg.
was. It was quite a bit of build
There
up.
was so much build up. It was through the entire show.
A fucking egg?
About an egg.
Yeah.
What's in the egg? Is there something going to come out of the egg? What's the egg about? Is it like a prize? Is somebody in the audience
Is it
going
going
to
to be
win
an
a car?
actual wrestler?
Is there a wrestler in there? Then the egg hatches, and out comes somebody in like a literal mascot outfit, that looks like a giant turkey, and tries to wrestle. And it is the worst.
In a
thing.
sense, it's
It's not
almost
the worst.
it's almost
It's the
like
greatest. It's the greatest.
Shockmaster's
yeah,
the worst.
it's
but-
almost like Peter Griffin in the Chicken from Family
yes,
Guy kind
yes,
of thing.
except
No, that
not
was-
able to.
Well,
actually
not as
translate.
good. Yeah.
Oh,
Horrendous.
I love the goblin.
One of the worst gimmicks ever,
Yes.
or one of the best, depending on how you look at
Depends.
it. Of course.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of. I mean, Kane used to be a dentist called Krantis.
That's right.
Krant?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to. Oh my! The gimmicks Kane alone has gone through is ridiculous because he used to be a dentist. He was also
He was corporate Kane for
He
a
was
while.
corporate Kane.
Oh my god!
And now he's the mayor of
Corporate
Knoxville
King.
County.
It was imposter Diesel. Because when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash went over to WCW, they thought, oh, no, people didn't like them. They just liked the characters. So they got 2 random people to be Diesel and Razor Ramon. That went over like a freaking lead balloon.
No one will know. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Just throw them on out there.
Oh, yeah. Good times. I love WWE. And
Never good times
I don't
at
know
that
the
point.
next time we're going to get to talk about wrestling. I still want to say 1 or 2 things. Do we have time?
Yeah, sure. We'll break this up in 2 episodes anyway.
All right. Do you guys still have time?
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about tag teams yet, and I have something controversial to say about tag
Oh,
teams
boy.
that I want to get you guys' opinions and see if you even remember, which clearly it sounds like you're going to. I want to just start by saying, as far as tag teams go, what are you guys' favorite tag teams?
Like current or just all
let's
time?
do this. Let's do this because you guys know current very well. I know fucking nothing about current except I recognize a lot of the names you say.
Yeah.
Let's give me current and then give me past.
I think current. You and I could definitely agree on current. Probably the Usos
Yeah, they're
for
top,
total
they're top.
package. Usos
Or
and
New
New
Day,
Day. Yeah. The mix of character and then their in-ring shit is unreal. They actually Usos and New Day, I think for all of 2017,
Yeah, they fought.
pretty much had a feud with each other for the entire year and
And
put
some-
on, I think, like 6 of the best matches.
Yeah,
that-
somehow the matches got better and better every time.
Yeah.
And it was just
And
awesome.
where it kind of stemmed from is during their SummerSlam pay-per-view that year, they got put on the pre-show, like pre-card thing, and that actually, it was like a backstage rumor that actually pissed them off, so they actually turned around and said, well, we're going to put on one of the best matches you're ever going to see. And it was
They
actually
did.
the best match of the night was from the pre-show, and then from then on, they just carried that momentum on into the rest of the feud.
But
I want to break this down real quick into 2 different categories. One would be in-ring, like showmanship and ability, and then the other is just entertaining.
entertaining that's New Day.
Entertaining's New Day,
Well,
110%.
New Day
Okay.
and
Yep.
Usos, because I mean, when they say stuff on the mic, it's like they mean it.
Yeah, but the New Day now, they have their things where they dump pancakes on people and cereal and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they the one with the tuba? Is
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
that's them.
I think I
Yep.
saw them in one.
They had
somewhere.
unicorn horns. We saw a unicorn when we were driving down here.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, man, this place is fucking
Yeah.
weird.
some lady was walking across
She
the
went
street.
across the street, and her sweatshirt hood also doubled with ears and a unicorn.
Oh,
on
nice.
It. Yeah,
Oh, that's so
And
cute.
on
it was
the
cute.
front, and on the front of the sweatshirt, it says "I'm a unicorn."
Oh, that's cute.
So just to clarify anything, so
Yeah, heroin's a hell of a drug.
yeah.
So yeah.
Was she dancing?
No,
No.
It was a
Oh
little
my god, you have a
disappointing.
dancing unicorn in town, don't you?
Oh, not dancing. Just a lady that. There's a lady that dances, like, you know, like, I don't know why. She has her headphones on, she dances by the bank, and she
Dancing Fran.
By the bank. We actually have in Laconia, there's a dancing lady who puts on a Statue of Liberty outfit.
Yeah.
But it's for an insurance company. But it's
Tax
Dancing Fran.
company.
Tax
Is this
company,
for the bank, or is it just she happens to always be at the bank?
Okay, she happens to always be dancing in front of the bank.
That's her spot.
But the weird thing is, like, she's like an older lady, like maybe like 55 or so, and it's always like some like 18-year-old kid just like sitting on the bench watching her.
Must be mom.
Yeah.
It's got to be mom.
And he's just kind of sitting there with like a shit-eating grin, like, yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Fuck me.
Like dancing bank lady
Where
turns
do you
her on.
live?
Right? No shit.
So I'm walking down the street. I didn't know if they actually like knew each other or if this happened.
Don't lie. You were on the other bench watching the guy watching the lady.
No, don't lie. You were the kid watching. Yeah, now it comes out.
I tried to figure it out. I talked to some people about them, and they're like, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Tag teams. Tell me about tag teams.
I really liked the Hardy Boys. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
the go-to. Yeah,
Jeff Hardy was like my one of my favorite wrestlers because he always like took these big
yeah,
risks.
and that was mine back when I was a kid. Jeff Hardy was like my all-time favorite when I was growing up. So
like I was always in drugs too.
His match
That
against
too.
Triple H was actually like really
Yeah.
entertaining
Yeah.
to watch. Like
yeah, they gave him a big singles push.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yep.
They tried at least, and
Yeah,
they
and they're
put him
doing it
against.
again.
They put him against Triple H, who's like one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, in my opinion.
Yep.
So like, and the fact that it still turned out to be a really great match really shows how good both of those wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he still goes to this day.
Yeah,
He's-
he had a ladder match against like Undertaker on a SmackDown.
Yeah, one of the
and that's,
best
like,
ones.
That's like
Yeah.
an amazing ladder
Yep.
match with the Undertaker
Yep.
too.
But I'd say right now, character-wise, it's definitely New Day. I don't know about in-ring. I hate to say it, but there's at least 5 teams that are
Yeah.
ridiculous in-ring now because the talent WWE has nowadays is unreal.
Yep.
So I
Well, now
don't
that they
even
own
know.
everything.
Yeah,
Basically,
shit,
yeah.
They basically are the go-to company. So
But I think overall, like my favorite, like it's Hardy Boys. That's what I
Yeah.
grew up
Yeah,
on
that's
and
what you
just
grew up
loved it.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if we bring it back to '97 Nitro, you got to do
fucking brings it back there.
Scott Steiner.
Oh
Why?
God, the
No,
Steiners.
God,
just
the
kidding.
Steiners.
I
Jeez,
just-
Jeez.
Big Papa Pump.
Yeah, you just lost all respect in this room.
Hey,
Oh my God.
he owns Shoney's.
Watching Papa Pump on the fucking mic is amazing. He is so bad.
There
he is
is-
so awful.
Yes, there's the greatest like promo he ever did on like TNA where it was like he's like in a like
It's like a dyslexic high school kid, just like
Yeah. I forget the percentages, but he was like trying to throw out math and like at one point he's like, I got a 33.63% math, like he was just going on. It was just like, and then like in the end, like none of the math made sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, he
Yeah.
was trying. He
Yeah.
was trying.
It's actually a guy. Okay, this is gonna sound really dumb, but Macho Man Randy Savage. I never grew up watching him, and so I heard about him a lot. I went through some of his compilations, and they're like hilarious. Like he
Yeah.
has like one where he has the cream. He's just
oh
pulling
yeah,
out cream out of
he's-
nowhere.
He's like weird, dude.
crap.
Yeah.
Cream of the crap.
Can anybody do a Macho Man impression?
Ooh.
Oh, that's
basically
pretty good.
all you need
That's
to
pretty
do.
good.
Yeah.
I like that.
You basically need to take a shit mentally. It's basically pretty much what it is. Ooh.
Can anybody do any impressions while we're on this
I
topic?
don't know. I've never tried. There's some current.
You could just, you could just do Hulk Hogan because you could just be like, brother, listen here, brother.
Yeah, the Hulk Hogan one's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Triple H every now and then you can
Okay,
kind of
for me.
do because he says some certain lines in his interviews 24/7 where he's like, I find it funny, and then he goes on from there to talk about whatever. But I don't know. There's not too many.
No.
I've never tried them. So
Didn't they used to make fun of Triple H by saying that he does like at the end of everything, like, listen here,
probably
there's
I don't
something
know,
I
I've
need to
actually never
say.
heard that.
Yeah.
One I've always wanted to lock down was Stone Cold. You dumb son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
His podcast is amazing. It's so
Yes.
entertaining.
Yeah, it is.
oh, that's one podcast like I got to go out of my way to listen to.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And
on
Chris
it.
Jericho's.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho had a flat Earth person on his podcast recently. it kind of discredited it a little bit to me.
Yeah. You could skip episodes, you know that, right?
You could choose not to listen.
It's just the fact he was treating it so seriously was like.
Well, I mean, that's what you got to do that to an extent when you have a
in a
guest on.
sense.
Like, you got to at least give them. Otherwise, you're inviting somebody on, then ripping them apart. Like, no one else is going to want to come on your
Thing
pod.
to do, yeah.
Like, hey, I want to go on Chris Jericho's podcast, listen to that. It's like, you know what? Nah, I'm good.
No.
And would it have been entertaining? Because like the guy wouldn't have stuck around if you just like ripped him apart instantly.
So he's got to kind of play along, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, Steve, I wouldn't want to invite a flat earther on our podcast.
Shit. Well, next Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I failed to mention to you
We got
guys.
B.O.B.
You got to
coming on.
cancel it.
What do you guys feel about flat mooners? 'Cause, like,
Is that when a girl's got like a real flat ass?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
like a 2x4.
I've known a flat mooner or two. Yeah. As long as they're under 6 feet, we're okay.
Thank God you said 6 feet. I thought you were going to say 16. And I
You know, if there's grass in the field, you just got to play ball, you know?
all right, so tag teams. Nate, you said Hardys. That's a great one.
But really, the Hardys and the trifecta. So the Hardys, the Dudleys, and
Edge and Christian.
Christian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All those, like, they had some crazy matches, which were just amazing.
They were the tag team division for like 10
Yeah.
years. So, yeah.
Billy and Chuck.
Oh God.
God, I had blocked them out from my mind until you just mentioned it.
Badass Billy Gunn, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Chuck Palumbo.
Yep.
The New Jersey car salesman, pretty much.
Wait, do you guys remember Meat?
Who?
Meat.
That does sound familiar.
He was shit. I don't remember who he was, but he was a wrestler who like he was partnered with a dominatrix.
I was going to say,
And like that's all he was like a submissive, and he was called Meat, and that's it. But he was like a wrestler that ended up like becoming a bigger wrestler like really shortly after.
I'm going to have to look that
yeah,
up now.
that doesn't
Because it does ring a bell, the Meat. I just don't.
Just
remember.
remind me of Eugene for some odd reason.
Oh, my God. That's right.
One of the most unsavory things they've ever done.
I think Eugene was underrated.
Who else can pull off every other wrestler's finisher?
Your two underrated people today were Shane McMahon and Eugene.
Eugene should have been world champion several times.
Didn't he have a program for it at one point?
Yeah, because I think it was after a while they were like, "Hey, we shouldn't be doing this, so we should let him win and
You know who
not
needs to
just
be
mock
back?
him the whole time."
Hey, if you like this content, check out our friends at G&A Podcast. Find them in the description or on Facebook at G&A Podcast. You love them as much as we do.
It's fucking Carlito.
Carlitos.
With his spitting in the apples.
He's on Glow, the show on Netflix.
Oh, really?
About the women's wrestling.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Him and Brutus Clay.
The one that was huge for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That show because there was a sex scene in the first one.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yep.
Okay. I just
Pretty
want to make
much
sure
it.
we're on the same.
We're
And
all on
wasn't
the
Glow
same
a
page.
real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
movie. It was a movie based on like the real
The actual
stuff
like
I see.
start.
I see.
Yeah.
of the entertainment business, basically.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, whatever.
The same way Spaceballs is a documentary about
Yeah,
NASA.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotcha.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Same thing.
Carlito-
one for one.
Carlito was definitely like a great heel, I think,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I really hated him. Like I bought into his character pretty much, and
Yeah.
then he became a good guy at one point. And I'm like,
He did, and it completely fell flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I started liking him though.
Wow.
It worked for me.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, okay, I hate this guy, but now I love him for some reason. I don't know why. I guess maybe he wasn't so bad back in the day, but now he spits in his people's face. You know, it's kind of like, oh, this is cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Rikishi had an awful gimmick. Shoving his ass in people's faces.
And he
Like,
made Michael Cole throw up.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Or just the whole thing of Mr. McMahon's Kiss My Ass Club.
Oh my God, that's right.
Wait,
I
wait.
forgot all about that.
I don't think he made McMahon throw or what's his name throw up, did he?
Who, Rikishi?
Michael Cole.
I thought he made Michael Cole
I
throw
think
up.
he
Or
made
was
Booker
he doing
T
it
throw
to
up.
someone?
Oh,
And
Yeah.
Booker T and Cole was laughing at Booker T, and Booker T came over and puked on him.
I think
that's
was
what
the-
it was. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was at the time that Michael Cole was the most fucking obnoxious thing in the world.
Completely.
Don't worry, he's still there.
Well, I mean, he kind of came full circle for me,
Yeah.
where like he then proved like he knew what he was talking about. He was the one actually naming the moves right, because it was always frustrating when you had like JBL, who should know what he's fucking talking about, being like, that was an amazing power bomb, and it was like a clothesline.
Yeah.
It was a DDT guy. Come on.
The match hasn't even started yet.
We call that a promo, JBL. When he was Bradshaw, though, he was a fucking
Yeah, he was
powerhouse.
awesome as Bradshaw.
JBL was
the
awful.
JBL character was terrible.
Which I think was his point, right? He was
Yeah.
a super heel.
Yeah, he was a
and
dick.
no one realized he had that title for almost a year.
He had it
and
for
that was
so
stupid.
Really long time.
Yeah.
How did WWE survive through that?
I don't know. He bled a lot, so that was
Oh,
kind of
that's
a
That's
Sure.
basically what it was. Yeah, he was willing to cut his forehead open.
Yeah, he was
so.
basically the guy that made them stop cutting.
You remember when Regal won or retained his title for like 6 or 8 weeks because every single match he used brass knucks?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every single match.
to
he
where it
used
started to
brass
become the gimmick that he would actually, like, in the old school days, would have to get like patted down
knucks.
by the
And then
ref
he'd be
before he
hiding it
started.
somewhere else.
Yep.
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 He would come in,
It'd
put
be
it
under the
underneath the
turnbuckle or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
I was watching one video where he made Kurt Angle hold the brass knuckles for him while he's getting patted down. He's like, I don't know why we're doing this. And then once he was done, Kurt Angle was just like, gave him the brass knucks.
That was an awful gimmick. Because William Regal, as far
He
as
didn't
technical
need it.
wrestlers
Yeah.
go,
Oh,
was
he's
really good.
Yeah, he's up there with like some of the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's even from people in the business
Yeah.
will say, like, he's one of the best wrestlers.
He was one.
Yeah.
He was still wrestling until he was like 45.
He had a match, 3-4 years against Cesaro
Yeah.
on NXT. So, yeah.
I gotta mention, as far as tag teams go, the most entertaining tag team, they always made me laugh every time they did something, was Goldust and Booker T.
Yeah,
that was a
they were
good
actually
one.
a really good one, which they kind of tried to keep going with Goldust and R-Truth.
Yeah, they tried to
So-
like
They were
rekindle
so
that. but-
unorthodox. Like, Goldust by himself is unorthodox.
Oh, yeah.
And Booker T was odd in the way that he wrestled too, not to the degree that
Yeah,
Goldust was.
yeah.
But together, they came up with some moves that I would never even imagine.
Yeah, they actually meshed well as a tag team.
If we go back to underrated wrestlers, Booker T was very
Oh,
I mean,
underrated.
he won King
Yeah.
of the Ring. I don't know.
Yeah.
He got a lot of accolades as far as that's concerned.
yeah.
But I think he still should have gotten more than he got.
That's probably true.
And then he got the whole racist storyline with Triple H. There's a lot of Triple H kind
There's
of.
a lot of
Yeah, well, the Triple H is known for
Triple
his
H,
golden shuffle.
yeah.
So, yeah.
He, Triple H definitely called him out. Was like, people like you can't hold the title, and it's like, oh, okay.
Well, and that's been one of WWE's biggest thing is that they haven't had an African American world champion
Yeah.
on which title it is. I think it's a WWE
The
championship or something
WWE,
like
yeah,
that. And-
because the world
yeah.
heavyweight, like the old WCW belt, like Mark Henry.
Yeah, Mark Henry had it, but I think
Ron
Booker T
Simmons,
had
yeah.
it. So, yeah,
But the WWE title itself, no.
whatever.
those two together were like they would do like skits that where they were like doing scenes from movies, but with them.
Well, a lot of people
gold.
forget Booker T is actually like a hilarious human
Yes,
being.
he did. They did a cover of the Rock, or a skit with the Rock's The Scorpion King. Only Booker T. They like just superimposed him over it. And he's like, yeah, this is how it should have been. He's like, I'm Booker T. It's so funny. He's like, sucker. It's so great. But every single time they did something together, it always made me laugh. I
Yeah.
don't understand how. In my mind, I would never put those two characters
Oh, God, no.
together.
Nope.
But for some reason, they fit together in a way you would never imagine.
Well, that's almost like when they had Rock and Mick Foley.
The Rock and
Rock and
Stockton.
Stock connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Mick
I was
Foley could
thinking
make
the same
anything
thing.
work, though. That guy, he was
Yeah.
so fucking likable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and you can do the 2-man power trip too, where it was Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin tagging together,
True.
and they got.
Yeah.
I think Triple H had the heavyweight title. Stone
Well, then you
Cold
can
had
even
the
say
Intercontinental.
Team Hell No with Kane and
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Kane and X-Pac were together for a while.
Yeah, that's
too.
right. Yeah, they were a
Yeah.
tag team for a little bit. Yeah.
I think they had the title for multiple weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't a long
retained it.
run, but they
Yeah.
had them. Yeah. Yep.
I think my favorite tag team match is one where it's The Rock versus Triple H and was it Vince McMahon or something? I forget exactly, but Stone Cold was The Rock's partner, but he didn't show up for some reason until at the last second, and
Yeah.
then he came in and everyone just like, started exploding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he like hit people over the head with some chairs and then stunned everybody, and then The Rock won.
And then Eugene came in.
Yeah.
And it was the greatest match ever. Eugene hit his special.
What was the special?
That was
Everybody
it,
else's?
the special.
No, the special.
I had to do it.
Oh man, that we got.
You served it up on a silver platter.
We're
for me.
we're never gonna top that. That's where this has to end. So, tell us one more time. Where
You
can we
do
find
it.
Squirrel. So yeah, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Search for CG Pro Wrestle Pod.
Awesome.
Check out the podcast on
Podcast of
SAD,
NH,
Podcast of NH.
SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher,
Yep. Yeah,
and then any other Castbox.
Castbox.
Apparently, my new word is bevy.
Yeah,
We're on a bevy of things that I like to say.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Bevy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main ones, like the most popular podcast ones, search us for there.
Yeah.
Search us on there, and you'll find us.
Awesome.
Rate, review, subscribe.
Yeah, we try to get a lot of interaction on like our Twitter and everything like that, and we've had some every now and then,
Some, yeah.
but we're just trying to get the word out the best way we can. with our
C&G
shit,
Pro Wrestling
so. Pro Wrestle
Pod.
Podcast. Yeah.
I just typed in C&G into iTunes and it popped up. It was
Okay,
real
perfect.
easy.
Well, that's good to
Oh,
know.
So check them out. It's Corey and Garrett, and they're awesome. You guys have heard them here, so you know. Nate, take us home.
Well, there you go.
Wait, what? What?
Where can they find us? I don't know. Come up with
We're
something.
working. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Wait. Hold on a second.
Listen here, brother. You dumb son of a bitch.
Well, you can find us at twitter.com/WNTT1 or facebook.com/We Need to Talk Show. Also, we have a Patreon. What's Patreon, Steve?
I don't know. Someplace where people give us money.
Yeah, please give us money. I mean, if you like us, but you know, if you even don't like us, if you give us money, we still are happy.
That's when I'm happiest, actually. So if you want to make me happy, give me money. If you want to make me mad, give Pepin money.
Yeah.
Either way, we're getting money. That's the key.
Yeah, and
And until next time, Nate, tell me 3 female wrestlers you know from 1990 to 2000.
there was Jacqueline.
Oh, wow. One of the most underrated female wrestlers of all time. She was
Yes.
the only
Absolutely.
female wrestler that could wrestle at that time.
Yeah.
It was
Get pissed.
amazing.
And 97 Nitro, she was following Harlem Heat. Next one.
Jacqueline.
Trish Stratus.
Oh, yeah. Another
yeah.
amazing one of the first
was an
female
easy one.
wrestlers who actually held a title.
And then there was I could go with different people here, but Lita, she's kind of obvious.
Okay.
No, because those two we mentioned in the podcast. You got to do the third one, non-mentioned.
Okay. Well, there's that one that won the Tough Enough thing, or was it Divas competition?
The one with the hair.
Yeah, the one with the hair.
She had that face.
Yeah. Who's the girl that has like the? I don't know.
He's trying to make some bullshit up right now.
Tori Wilson. No.
Her name was
that's one.
Ashley.
Oh, that is one.
Ashley Gray. She.
I think that's a porn star.
Yeah.
I think you're. Yeah.
All
you were
right,
thinking about what you were
Ashley
doing
Gray.
before we showed
Nate's
up.
favorite wrestler, Ashley Gray.
Ashley Gray.
Oh, wait, China. No, we already talked about it.
We said female.
Yeah.
Yeah, female.
It's okay, guys. She's dead. Don't worry about it.
She's not gonna care.
She doesn't care anymore.
Charlotte Flair, we covered. The girl with it.
Charlotte Flair, we all want to cover.
She got some like crazy traps though, or crazy like traps and like lats.
Just say,
yeah.
just say Molly Holly or something.
Oh,
like that.
Molly Holly was so hot. I love Molly Holly.
Oh yeah, Molly Holly was cool. Yeah, Molly Holly.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, good job.
Man, wow, you came up that by
You
yourself.
mean Mona, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Until next time.
We need to talk.
Hey, Pepin.
Yo.
Do you usually subscribe to entire podcasts, or do you look for specific topics?
Well, I try using the search function on my podcast player on my phone. It doesn't work too well. Try using Google. Google, it's not really set up for it, so I honestly have trouble.
Why don't you just use Listen Notes?
Listen Notes. What's that?
It's a search engine for podcasts that doesn't just search for the terms you're looking for in the title of the episode or the title of the podcast, but from inside the episode itself. Meaning if you're looking for a specific topic, you can find specific podcast episodes that are about that topic.
You know, that sounds a lot easier than spending the hours and hours I have just trying to find exact right keywords to actually get it to bring up the episode. I mean, usually I just get like a million how to start your own podcast articles. It's really annoying. So that sounds a lot better.
Exactly. When you're looking for something to listen to, just go to listennotes.com, type in a topic you're interested in, and you'll get instant gratification, useful results. That's listennotes.com. Check it out now.